Hello everyone. Today I'm going to demonstrate very important, most frequently created problem that we face during Terraform use cases. Basically, the problem is something like that. Suppose we are working on a project, a client project. That project is multi-stage, right? We have dev environment, staging environment, and prod environment. Each environment has its own configuration. Suppose if he is using a bucket name that is about dev and stays is using another bucket name that is named stays because bucket name should be unique over the whole public cloud environment, right? We cannot use same bucket for different kinds of user. It's not possible. However, Terraform has a single state file to store all of our state. However, we need three state files, right? Dev, stays, and prod, right? What about the var.env? Definitely, Terraform has something like that. There is a backend. We have created a backend. It's about GCS, and the bucket name is fractals tf states, and the prefix should be like var.env/state. So that var.env will come from that will be stays, dev, or prod, right? And the actual output is something like that. Variable not allowed. On the backend block, we cannot use such kind of $sign variable or string interpolation. That's the drawback of Terraform. So how we can solve it? So then Terraform has a very powerful feature is Terraform back. Every time when we will apply the Terraform init, then we can pass the backend configuration for each Terraform init command. Another alternative is to pass a file. So the first alternative is something like that. We will pass the key and value. Second alternative is that we will jot down all the key value pairs on a back file. The file name will be something like that. Dev. This is about the staging name, and the GCS. This is about the backend name, so that user can understand. Hey, the backend is something like that GCS backend. So we are saving our data on the GCS side, and the TF backend. This name is pretty self-explanatory, right? That's how we can configure the backend. The backend file consists of a bucket name and the prefix, right? The bucket name is the root buck, and the prefix is something like the dev/stages, right? And for staging ECS.tf per backend, the only change is about the prefix, right? Prefix stage.tf. So please order the prefix. Here the prefix is dev, and here the prefix is stage. Now I'm going to do the practical demonstration. Now I'm going back to the file, and if you consider that particular project structure, there is a folder named backends, and then in that backends we have described two backends. And then we have var-file, var inventory, because each stage environment has different kind of set of variables, right? So dev is a bucket name is something like that, fractals hyphen dev, and the staging is fractals stage. And this is about the main file, and main file is pretty simple. Just for demonstration, we are doing something like that bucket, and the location is US. And this is about the variable file that is done for the bucket name or something like that. Now I'm going to the terminal. And I'm copying and paste that part. Just copy and paste, right? If I run it, okay, let me log in first. I'm copying that particular code. Basically, that code, that command is responsible for initializing backend, and the file name is dev. So the backend will be configured for dev environment. If I run it, then the backend is configured for dev. Now, if I run the Terraform apply command, that there is no change because I had already deployed that. However, now I'm creating new environment, right? The environment name, I'm renaming it prod, and I'm removing that particular file, and now I'm making it to prod. Okay, now I'm creating another file in here. Now I'm renaming it prod, right? That time I'm using the bucket name is about prod. Okay, now I'm going to my original TCP project. There is only two environment. Prod environment is not created right now. Now if I apply the command prod, okay, need to reconfigure that first. If we observe closely, then we can see that there is another folder, the prod, right? It's totally new folder. If I go on there, see that there is only one bucket is about dev, right? Now, if I apply that particular command, right, then another bucket will be created. The name will be fixed with prod, right? There is a beauty actually. Now, if I refresh it, see that there is a prod bucket on there. The coolest part of is that here we can use as many as backend, not only three, right? Besides that, On that TFVars folder, we can add as many as folder that will be denoted or represented as different kind of environment. And there is a single main file that is responsible for running all the infrastructure based on different kind of staging environment. Pretty cool, right? I think everyone loves that, and feel free to share your comments or feedback. We're happy to hear that. Goodbye.